please join me in giving a warm welcome to His Excellency Minister Roslani.
Very good morning, everyone, especially to His Excellency Bapak Desra Percaya, the Right Honorable Tony Blair, Bapak Anindya Bakri, the Chairman of Kadin, Chamber of Commerce, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely, it is an honor to have this opportunity to discuss these following topics in this forum. And Sir Tony, thank you for taking time to come to our investment forum. This is very important for us because mentioned a little bit in the beginning that in Indonesia we are aiming to have 8% growth under the leadership of President Prabowo Subianto. It looks like a very ambitious number, but we are here especially to try to convince you how we can manage to reach the 8%. It's ambitious because currently we still manage the growth about 5%. Indonesia, we are a growing economy, stable democracy. Mentioned that earlier, Indonesia is the biggest economy in ASEAN, counting about 40%. The biggest population in ASEAN, counting also close to 40% out of 650 million people. And the prediction by a lot of investment banking, a lot of think tank that Indonesia will be the 6th or the 7th largest economy in the world by 2045. And we would like everybody in this room is to be the part of our remarkable journey to become this, the power of economic in the world by 2045. Obviously, we have a lot of homework to reach that number, in terms of human capital, we would like to strengthen our human capital. Currently, based the number from our work department, out of 140 million people, actually only 12 to 13% with the background of diploma or university. So that's why definitely we need to improve our human capital. And one of the solutions, we also fully understand we cannot put everybody into college. So that's why we are pushing also for our vocational training and education. We would like to work with a lot of different companies. And not only that, we also give incentive, fiscal incentive for company participated in our vocational training and education up to 200%. Up to 200%. And not only that, if the companies also participated in our research and development, you can also enjoy the fiscal incentive up to 300%. So that's one of the priority also in our government, how we can improve our human capital, because we strongly believe that we can have a sustainable growth if only our people also growth with our economy. I think that's the theme. But in the same time, definitely in Indonesia, we are becoming more open country. Since 2021, we revised our negative investment list on our omnibus law job creation. In the past, I think more than 100 industry cannot be entered by a foreign party. Why? But now it's only 6 prohibited to be entered by a foreign party. Only 6 out of more than 100. So definitely we are becoming more open country. We simplifying a lot of rules, policy, regulation. We try to harmonizing the law, the policy between the central government and local government. I think most of you already invest here in Indonesia. You know the challenge. Between policy in the central government and the local government. We have to acknowledge that. But now, under the leadership of President Prabowo, we are going to address all the issues. So that's why now, if you invest in Indonesia, you just need to come to our ministry. We are going to handle everything. You just need to come to our ministry. And we set up a system already, and hopefully we will announce it early next year about our online single submission 2.0. We said that. So it will include the harmonization of the policy from 18 different ministries to integrate it automatically to our ministry. But not only on the ministerial level, but also in the local government level. So hopefully, it will speed up and accelerate all the investment come to Indonesia. Well, mentioning a little bit on the renewable energy, clean energy, we have a huge abundance of potential. According to the number, we have the potential up to 3,700 gigawatts of potential of renewable energy, which is now only 1%. Only 1% has been developed. Only 1%. So definitely, again, we have the potential from the solar, from tidal, hydro, and geothermal. Especially geothermal is very interesting. Why? Because Indonesia, we have the biggest reserve of geothermal in the world, especially in Java area. Especially in Java area. So this is one of our priority in the geothermal. We have potential up to 23 gigawatt of geothermal in Indonesia. Yes, we are still heavily dependent on the fossil fuel-based energy currently, up to above 60%. And we would like to reduce those numbers. And we also acknowledge we have the limitation in terms of resources, in terms of technology, in terms of people. So that's why we would like to work with all of you to achieve our net zero carbon emission by 2060 or sooner with the support of the foreign party. So, and all those potential, we would like to translate, to activate into implementation. And we strongly believe we can achieve that. Why investment is very important to achieve the 8% target? Because if you look at our structure, our economic growth, 53 to 54% actually come from our strong domestic consumption. 24 to 25% come from our investment. About 8 to 9% come from our government spending. Our export only contribute 2%. So that's why we would like to have the investment come to Indonesia, which is export-oriented. Also, in the same time, creating more jobs, quality jobs, that we would like to have. And, with the assistance of Sir Tony Blair and all of you in this room, we could achieve that number. Yes, it sounds very aggressive, but 8% is achievable. Because our president, Prabowo, said that you have to have a very ambitious target. You have to have a very ambitious target because, if you have only like 5%, well, it doesn't push you to work very hard. So, and Indonesia, with 282 million people, with abundance of resources, with huge potential in terms of renewable energy, in terms of commodity, in terms of everything, then we need to work hard and we need to work smart in order to achieve those goals. And we also have a huge abundance in carbon capture, in carbon storage. We are very pleased that British Petroleum also just announced that they will invest another 7.1 billion in carbon capture, carbon credit related. So we would like to have this kind of investment to Indonesia because we would like to reduce our dependency from fossil fuel-based energy to more clean energy. But in the same time, we would like also to improve our downstreaming. So that's why now our Ministry of Investment, not only investment, but also downstream energy, downstream industry. Because now we are doing some assessment up to 28 industry that we can do for downstreaming, from commodities, from fisheries, from agriculture. And one of the example, we would like to do the downstreaming in seaweed. Why? Because seaweed is, okay, this is a number already. So from 8 different industries, this is the map that we would like to do for the downstreaming. From the minerals, from oil and gas, plantation, marine, fishery, and also forestry. And from those, and the total investment is about 680 billion US dollar. And this is the forecast up to 2040. We know, again, we have a limitation in terms of, a lot of things. Out of 28, maybe we will pick 5 to 6 industry that we are going to push to have more impact in terms of economic growth, in terms of job creation, and also in terms of value added. We would like to have to be a part of the value chains also. So I think I would like to give you some examples. Back in 2016, our export of nickel actually is only 1.3 billion US dollar. 1.3 billion US dollar. Now, 2023, our export of nickel after the downstreaming is about 33.4 billion US dollar. Now, so we would like to capture all the value added in Indonesia. And in nickel, for example, we would like to also to have the EV battery industry in Indonesia. Indonesia have the biggest reserve of nickel. In the past, they mentioned it to me about 24%, 25% of the reserve in the world of nickel here in Indonesia. But now actually up to 42%. With the new number, is up to 42% of the nickel reserve in the world is in Indonesia. So how we can determine out of 28, how we are going to pick 5 or 6 industries that we are going to develop in the downstreaming. So we make sure that we have the competitive edge. For example, one of the criteria is we have a reserve number 1 or number 2 in the world. Seaweed, we are the second largest seaweed producer in the world. But for a tropical seaweed, we are the number 1 producing seaweed in the world. And you may know already the downstream of seaweed, actually, it will involve a lot of potential. Obviously, nickel, obviously also in bauxite. So Indonesia, if you look at all of this, we are very blessed. We are very blessed. But we have to make sure that all this blessed from the God, we utilize it in the good way, in a more sustainable way, in a more proper way. Yes, we acknowledge we still have a lot of issue, a lot of problem in Indonesia, but hopefully with the new leadership under President Prabowo, we can resolve all this problem. We can achieve all our target, and together with you, we can achieve all the good things, not only investment but also in the same time creating and improving our human capital. Thank you very much.